But it's not the most active executive session though. Oh, okay. I guess it's university and then
Because they're actually.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. Consent agenda and then gotcha. I forgot that they were items.
Yeah, normally there's not.
Okay.
The mayor.
Hello, how are you? I know, where, is it red or is it like you start to find it?
You know what happened when you send a Cat 1 hurricane through here on Wednesday morning? You spend a lot of time facing leaks today. It's like a Super Bowl. All right.
The city council will reconvene into open session. We're going to move to items 9, the consent agenda. The only thing in the consent agenda is the city council meeting minutes from April 21st. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers.
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Owens,
Yes.
Councilmember Schmidt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item 10, items for consideration. Item E is a resolution conditionally consenting to the creation of the Municipal Management District, MMD, relating to the development of the proposed hotel and convention center qualified hotel project with KM Beach LLC, making findings related thereto and providing for an effective date. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to grant a conditional consent to the creation of a municipal management district and the inclusion of 19.9254 acres of land into said district.
All right, any further discussion? Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Christensen,
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Owens,
Yes.
Councilmember Schmidt,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item F, discuss and take possible action on the creation of a temporary working group consisting of 3 city council members to review matters related to the proposed hotel and convention center qualified hotel project master development agreement, MDA, approving committee appointments for a term not to exceed 90 days, directing the committee to provide recommendations to city council upon completion of its assigned duties, and authorizing the city manager to appoint additional staff and legal counsel as needed to support the committee's work. Okay, for this item, it can only be 3 people, 3 members of the council. So I entertain, or hopefully will entertain, a motion of the 3 members, and then I recommend that there's an alternate member to the working group, so that if such time any of the 3 members can't attend a meeting, then we have an alternate so that we do have sufficient people in the group to work together.
Okay, I'll make a motion to place Dale, Chad, and Kelly on the temporary working group and to add Chuck as an alternate.
A second.
Okay, any further discussion? All right, hearing none, Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Schmidt,
Yes.
Councilmember Owens,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers.
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item G, presentation by Del Sol Consulting regarding Hurricane Harvey recovery progress and project updates. Welcome, Robert.
Evening, everybody. We'll start off with the public safety building, phase 2, the parking lot. A lot has gone on since the last meeting. We see a lot of work going on out there. They had half of it ready to pour. It was scheduled to pour Tuesday morning, but Tuesday morning as a big storm come through, got canceled at the last minute. And surprisingly, they got to reschedule pretty quickly. They'll be pouring that half on Friday morning. Weather dependent. Clips. And they're continuing on punch list items inside and outside the building. The gas building, since last meeting, substantial completion is done, and the building's a fairly simple building, and they're working some punch list items, nothing major in the gas building. About an hour or 2 ago, we did get the WPI 8 information from the engineer, which allows the city secretary to order full insurance for the building. We just got that little 2 hours ago. And Fran is on it. And send a copy of that to the code office so they have a record of it, but they have a system, they can look it up anyway. The fire station, we've been talking about waterproofing the last few meetings. It's about 90% done. The stucco work is continuing. Both of those are weather dependent. They should be done with the weatherproofing next week or two at most. Good thing is the AEP has actually set the transformer for the fire station, and they will connect that transformer as soon as we have to do some modification to the concrete pad. We'll do some cutting on it. They wanted it a certain way. That's getting done this week. And then AEP will hook up that transformer and they'll have power for the building. The permanent water meter from the water district was set last Friday. So that's in the ground, ready to go. And probably a lot of the work is still continuing, the MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, mostly on the second floor, but that continues. It's a huge building. All 18 doors, there's 9 on the front, 9 on the back. All 18 doors have been installed, physically installed, and they got most of the motors done. All of the motors will be installed hopefully by the end of this week. And those, they look like they're glass doors, we know that, but they're Cat 5 wind rated, very heavy doors. These small doors are 920 pounds. And
What on the EMS side?
on the EMS side,
Yeah.
there's and 2 of the fire.
Yeah,
station-
2 of the fire.
The small ones are 920 pounds, just the door, and the big ones are 1,200 pounds. So they're Cat 5, and if you look at them, it's like they're Cat 5 doors. I mean, they're impressive. They look like they're glass, but if you get a chance, check them out. They're super heavy duty. And the laydown yard, which they've been using for a laydown yard, that's been cleared and graded and is ready for the lifeguard station to commence when Emily gets going on that. So that's been moved, the trailers and all that, ready to go. Moving on to the gas system, is pretty much done. Like I've said before, there's 15 phases, 12 of them are officially accepted 100% by the city. The other 3 are completed. But there's still some paperwork going on before James and the city actually signs for it and the warranty time starts for the remaining 3. So that's pretty much a wrap. You haven't seen Equix the last few days. They're basically done doing real manual work. But there is some minor logistics things that are 2 weeks out. They're going to have to come back for a day or 2 and install some minor things around. So you'll see them for a day or 2 in about 2 weeks, and you won't see Equix trucks anymore. Now it's just a couple of months, 2 or 3 months of paperwork, and the gas system will be a wrap. Moving on, that's by far the most expensive, $24.5 million. Most expensive FEMA project that we did for the city. And it's a massive upgrade. I'll maybe talk about the material that was used this time versus what the material was from 50, 70 years ago. It's a massive upgrade for the city that will take more pressure and allow the city to grow, because this town's not getting any smaller. The Public Works building, the waterproofing and the thermal insulation has been completed. But they're still working on that kind of white decorative brick. You see it on all sides. It looks great. The main work the last few weeks has been MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing all throughout the building, in the bays and the admin area. They set this big generator. You can see it last Monday. So the generator's installed on the north side. The transformer pad, we had to do a special stuff for AEP to get a transformer pad, change the design a little bit, but it was actually finally done and poured last Thursday. So the transformer pad is finally poured. Another big thing is, it's got 3 bays, and Doug ordered these special lifts, not special, but he wanted these 2 lifts, and these 2 lifts are coming in tomorrow, being delivered tomorrow. One's a mobile lift, so he can do his big ugly trucks, and one's a permanent lift. Brand new lifts for the building. That concludes my brief. Any questions?
We got some funds.
That's what,
Look, your cash total, 86 million. It looked like we gained about 800 something thousand from last.
yes,
So that's good.
and that's just FEMA money, and doesn't include money for the drainage project, which basically was based on the hurricane, and the 5 million for the EDA. That's another over 10 million right there, if I can think of. So we're getting there. All right, thank you for your time.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you,
Rob.
All right, item H is a resolution approving a professional services agreement with HDR Engineering for design services for construction management related to the Dennis Dryer Municipal Marina Trailer Park repaving project and authorizing city manager to act as the executive officer and authorized representative of the city in all matters pertaining to the said agreement.
Yeah, so this is a budgeted item. This is the repaving. And I think Darla, what's in the budget right now? Thank you. Oh, never mind. It's in the budget.
Okay.
Well.
You knew he
So
was
you guys
gonna
put this in the
separate.
budget. We had hoped to get to it earlier in the year, but just some things worked out with engineering services that kind of delayed things. So what our strategy is to get this designed over the next 2.5 months, get it out to bid in, early August. Let them go at it right after Labor Day weekend. And then if the project has any overages, it'll definitely carry into the next budget year. And so we should have if it looks like we need any extra, we can get it in this year's upcoming budget for, next year's budget for any overages. But
For the cost of the
yeah, I think
repavement.
we have 700 and
It sounds about right.
it's right around 700,000 what's in the budget. And and HDR is here. They've taken a look at it. They have a couple cost saving ideas. Perhaps the base isn't as in bad a shape as we had initially thought when we gave you guys the construction estimate last year. We thought it was going to be for a full base reconstruction, but we think maybe the base, some of it's a little bit more salvageable, so we should see some savings in that.
What about the actual ramp areas?
This will be in front of the ramps. There is a chunk of concrete, but this will be the asphalt in front of the ramps and then the entire parking lot area.
Okay, so the actual cap and the concrete in the ramps,
Yeah, that's different. This is not.
we're not doing any
Yeah,
kind
this
of
is
water.
ramps and
water.
yeah, this is
But
not.
it does include the coming out of the ramps.
Well, if you look at, hold up, let me pull up my Google Earth.
While you're doing that, this says 91,000 on it, but chances are it's gonna go over that because some add-on services and that's what.
You mean for the engineering?
Yes.
Yes.
The base is 91, but we're probably gonna end up packing on some add-ons. and
Yes.
for time that'll push it over the 100.
Yeah. So there's this chunk of, it doesn't address the concrete that's in the front, Mayor. See, right directly in front of the ramps are these two I'm trying to get the best image that shows them. They're
a recent picture.
yeah, yeah, see this stuff here this is concrete. That's concrete. So this project doesn't include that. This project is just the entire parking area. And I believe this was recently redone. This out here. So this project is strictly all of this. It's that. I mean, if we feel we need to add something to that, we can do that, but
The ramps themselves are Texas Parks and Wildlife cost center and responsibility, or
no,
will
they're
all be
ours,
100% ours?
100% ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we look at the entire thing to where if it needs work, we don't have a brand new beautiful
And we
parking
can,
lot.
we
and-
can, when we get into the design, we
Okay.
can,
Since they're
we
there.
can look at it, make sure that, everything's in that. So when we bring it, I mean, I'll be able to update you guys over the next couple months when we're into the design and let you know that, hey, we wanted to add this area So I can bring it back.
Okay.
Is the footprint gonna be the same?
Is the what?
The footprint, is everything gonna be?
Oh, yeah, everything, nothing changes. Yeah. It'll have the same striping layout. Yeah, there's no changes. Layout stays the same.
Are there any more drains that have to be added when we put it?
No, the last time we updated this, we added these, we put in 6 of these, no, 7. There's one there. These are those kind of, it's kind of like a gravel system where you can have oils and stuff drain into these rock. And these drains flow out this way. One of them needs a little work. I think this one right here, we're seeing a little bit of collapse near the bulkhead. So we think the pipe's probably separated and it's sucking down sand underneath it and causing the asphalt to collapse. So those will be addressed and fixed, but we don't perceive working on any of these 7 drains.
Okay. Anybody have any other comments or discussion? Okay. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve a professional service agreement with HDR Engineering Inc. for design services and construction management related to the Dennis Dryer Municipal Marina Trailer Parking for Repavement Project, and authorizing the city manager to act as the executive officer and authorized representative of the city in all matters pertaining to said agreement and providing for an effective date.
I'll second.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Owen,
Yes.
Councilmember Schmidt,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers.
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you, Sam.
All right. Thank you so much. Item I, ordinance first reading adopting the use standards of care for 2026 and providing for severance reading and effective date. Colleen, I believe this is you.
Kept it pretty basic this year. I put my name on the letter instead of Ken's because he's retired. And just an update with youth programs, we did make an offer and it was accepted. So a new staffer should be starting
Good.
possibly as soon as the 26th.
Awesome.
Yes.
Good job.
There's some highlights in there just because I'm like reworded or wordsmithed a little bit, but there's no policy changes. There's no difference between what was accepted last year. And you're going to get to see this 3 times because we're an exempt agency. It has to be adopted as an ordinance to make sure that we're performing to the best of our abilities and up to high standards. So this is the first reading of 3. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Anyone?
No questions.
Okay.
Motion to approve. I hope I do this right. Motion to approve the first reading adopting the youth standards of care for 2026 and providing a severance reading and effective date.
I'll second.
All right. Any further discussion? Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Owen,
Yes.
Councilmember Schmidt,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Thank you, Colleen. Item J, resolution approving a memorandum of understanding between the city of Port Aransas and the Port Aransas Independent School District for the use of the Port Aransas Independent School District facilities, transportation, and staff support in connection with the city's after-school care and camp programs, and authorize the city manager to execute the MOU, providing for a 1-year term beginning May 2026. All right, you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got a lot going on today. I'm a little bit distracted.
Dog issues,
Dog issues.
dogs, kids.
Yep. So this is for permission to run our youth programs out of the school for one more year, and then we'll be in the rec center.
Yay.
So,
Exciting.
the school has seen this and signed off on it at their board meeting, and so we're just asking for your, I want to say blessing, but that's not the right word.
Approval.
Your
Our
approval as well.
If the rec center is completed in, let's say, December, January and ready, you're not at that point going to move the after-school program. You're going to keep it all the way through the school year in H.G. Olson
I
Elementary?
think the most optimistic move-in time we could realistically look at is after spring break. So by then, we're already, towards the end of the school year. So it'd be a pretty big ask to probably move everything over mid-school year.
We'll have
Okay,
to tinker with it,
okay.
Yeah.
I was just, I was,
been around with it.
okay, that's fine. They're going pretty fast over there, so I was thinking maybe it's gonna-
Oh.
December,
I
January.
walked the walking track tonight.
Yeah,
You did?
I mean, that's what I mean.
Sorry.
What?
Already?
Already?
Any drama?
Different with them.
Exercise,
Yeah.
Gail, or is this?
Let me see your phone. How many
Yeah.
steps you got in today?
The
That's
view
awesome.
up there is awesome, though. If you haven't seen the photo he took, it's really. great.
Oh, that's
There's a
cool.
picture of the pool from the second story
That's
See,
amazing.
major.
on the
I
walking
can't believe
track,
the
looking
walking track's
down.
already there.
No.
Ah,
I haven't been up there yet.
He went without you. Oh.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
okay.
then we need to pass
approve
this
this.
resolution for this MOU, please, for the
I'll
school.
make a motion to approve a resolution entering into an MOU between the City of Port Aransas and PAISD for the purpose of establishing and achieving various goals and objectives related to the use of the PAISD buses, bus drivers, and staff for the purpose of assisting with the City of Port Aransas after-school care and camp programming.
Second. All right, any further discussion?
I
Okay,
will
here,
say if something, I'm sorry, if
Mhm.
something were to change, we could bring back a new MOU. We might work out something with transportation in the rec center.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and there's like
bring that
a,
back if it-
yeah,
if we
there's
wanna
like a,
move
what, a 90-day or is it a 60-day or 90-day?
Written notice.
Yeah, written notice that you can get out of it, so.
Yep.
I think both parties would work towards doing what's best, so.
Definitely.
Cool.
okay, any further discussion? All right, Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Owens,
Yes.
Councilmember Schneider.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, so thank you, Colleen. Item K, resolution authorizing a 3-year tax exempt lease purchase financing proposal from Enterprise Fleet Management for 17 vehicles in the estimated amount of $879,045.49. Authorizing an estimated monthly payment of $19,614.43 from budget items in various departments under the lease payment accounts, and authorizing city manager to act as executive officer and authorized representative of all city matters said to lease.
As you can tell in your packet and by the resolution, this is covering a multitude of vehicles across a multitude of departments. Everything was budgeted. And in the budget, except we are replacing the Equinox that was totaled by insurance. So it wasn't in the budget, but we did get insurance money, which will offset the payments that we will be required to make. So if you have any questions about any of the particular departments, I can try to answer though.
What's our fleet up to?
Do you know, Francisca? I don't know how many it is. It's a lot.
I was trying to look back, because
Yeah.
I started this back in August of 23. So when we went into it, and I'm just curious of how many we,
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty big fleet. This is getting us to where we're just about getting everything on enterprise, right, Fran?
Yes.
With,
I don't- we
with
don't have
this
very many.
rotation, it is taking some out that are, weren't enterprise yet, but this is getting us cycled to where we're almost in everything that's gonna be police vehicles.
we had like a mileage agreement, I think, on most of these cars. I believe looking back at 15K, I think, I was just curious, I have to do it now, but just curious how that's all working,
Checking
the
mileage.
maintenance plans, because I knew we did that, because obviously where we live, the environment we live in, and then being able to.
I
Just
don't think
curious
we're
how
gonna
it's
charge for going over the mileage.
No.
No.
They're on a 3-year
No,
cycle.
but they recommend cycling them out when they're still on mileage because you're gonna sell them for more. And the gains offset the next vehicles you're going to purchase. So, you know, your hope is you're keeping a new fleet that's less maintenance, that is going to ultimately end up not costing you as much in payments. Your first go around, your payments are going to be high. But then when you start offsetting those gains against the vehicles that you're bringing in, your payments remain very steady and hopefully even lower a little if you cycle at the right time. And in our environment, you want to cycle quickly too because of the rest and the different things. And we are going up to a Trail Boss type unit for the surf rescue that sits up higher and will help with their, you know, a little bit better wheel. Some recommendations that they had and the mechanics had to try to help those that are on the beach 100% of the time. So.
Well, good.
Excellent.
Any other questions? Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to authorize a 3-year tax exempt lease purchase financing proposal from Enterprise Fleet Management for 17 vehicles in the estimated amount of $879,045.49, authorizing an estimated monthly payment of $19,614.43 from budgeted items in various departments under the lease payments account, and authorizing city manager act as the executive officer and authorized representative of the city in all matters pertaining to said lease purchase.
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Owen,
Yes.
Councilmember Schneider,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
President Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item L, discuss and take action on Plan 26-8 preliminary and final plat of Driftwood Villas, being a replat of lots 1 through 22, section A, and portions of lots 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, section B, Pleasant Valley subdivision. The applicant is Merad Namvar, Parker Cottages LLC, private location, the intersection of Ashby Lane and Station Street.
So this is one of my favorite kind of developments. It's a very simple standard city plat. So it's 5,000 square foot lots, 50-foot street frontage, 100-foot depth. It's going to be a total of 13 lots, 12 that are residential and 1 that fronts the highway. There is a very tiny variance on lot 2 that's on Ashby Lane. I think it's really from maybe some older types of surveying versus the new way that they measure things now. So it's 49.97, which in the original platting of it, it was, you know, it would have been the regular size. So very tiny, 1/4 of an inch.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was about to do the math. on
yeah.
0
It's
to-
I was gonna
very,
say
very
that-
tiny.
Minute.
I mean, can't the surveyor just hit the survey station?
He's
Hit the
here.
rebar.
We can ask him. He likes to be very precise, which is why it is that way.
Comes up again, hit the rebar.
Um,
And in the highway front, that's gonna be like a little shopping center, little.
We don't know. It is,
Okay,
it's just a
just
commercial
commercial.
lot.
Okay.
it's commercial. That was the intention when we kind of discussed it with the applicant.
So that
I
could
think
be-
that portion will be later. I think that the main focus is on the residential portion and that infrastructure right now. So this will have a street that L shapes into Ashby from Station.
Yeah, it comes up and over like that.
Right, and this, like the other plats that we've done since I've been here, has full civil plans approved as well. So this is a full package that's coming to you guys with city engineer approval. All utilities have approved, city staff recommends approval, and planning and zoning unanimously approved. We do have the engineer here if you guys have any questions.
So that 0.03 doesn't require like going to Board of Appeals and adjustments or anything?
No,
is it?
because it's a plating action, you guys can approve that variance through your approval of the plat.
Okay. Anybody have any more questions?
Nope.
Motion to approve preliminary and final plat of Driftwood Villas, being a replat of lots 1 through 22, section A, and portions of lot 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, section B, Pleasant Valley subdivision. Applicant Murad Amvar, Parker Cottages LLC, property location intersection Ashby Lane and Station Street.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Owen,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Schneider.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item M, ordinance, second reading of amending the Code of Ordinance of Chapter 12, Licenses and Business Regulations, Article 3, Food Establishments, and by adding Section 1245, Mobile Food Vending to establish regulations specific to mobile food vendors, including operational categories, site standards, parking, waste management, restroom availability, noise limitations, and providing for severance, reading, penalty, and effective date. All right, tell us about the changes.
Sure. So the changes in here are very minor. Most of it is things that we've discussed before. So if you look at page 4 of 8, and I'm sorry, I've got a bunch of page numbers on here. 4 of 8 of this section, I think, or 6 of 10.
Are we on M or what are we on?
We're
Item
on
M.
M.
Yep. Okay.
That is going to be section 1248E, public or private institution
Best.
property uses. We had a discussion before that we wanted to allow the school to have their food trucks when they chose to do so. There was some hesitation with the amount of food trucks that could be there during lunchtime. I spoke with the administration at the school. They have a no compete clause with their cafeteria, especially in their new cafeteria. So they are not legally allowed to have any food served there during the school day while kids are in class.
That helps.
So they can only do this for a special
Their
event,
special
which is their intention.
Okay.
We did include during special events in that section, just to make it very clear in the ordinance. The next page, that section actually isn't new, but last time it was given to you guys on a handout, so I just wanted to show you that that
It's in there.
portion was put in
Mhm.
there. And then the next page, the very small change of the size of the trash
Oh,
can.
yeah.
To the 40 gallons, so from the first reading, those were the only changes that we discussed and wanted to make. The page that I handed out to you came to us this week from the Water District.
Mhm.
We were kind of finessing the wording that they wanted there. So you'll see that it's actually in section 12.50. They had an old version of the ordinance. Nothing has really changed except the bottom 2 portions on there. The rest of the wording came directly from what we had written. It all seems pretty manageable and appropriate, and so we recommended that be included in this reading. Other than that, there were no changes.
There was an interesting article that our lobbyist sent us today. It was the lawmaker who drafted this original food truck law. They didn't realize that handing this over to the State Department of Health was going to have some unknown fees, and those fees ended up being quadruple what they had estimated. So now
Right, so the state.
now the food truck people are like, "Oh, you just made it 4 times worse," because it was supposed to be the all-American food truck law to help
Yeah.
keep prices low, and it ended up quadrupling their
Yeah.
fee.
So originally, the intention of it was to prevent somebody from having to get a bunch of different food permits in every city.
As they moved around.
But in practice, most food trucks don't move around as frequently as that. And so by doing that, they gave it to the state, who those increases are like $1,800 for their fee, where some people were only paying $100 or $200
That's a
before.
big
So
increase.
Yeah, so they're,
intended consequences.
so the state lawmaker is thinking about pulling it for 7 months. Now, that's not official, but he's thinking of pulling it until January.
I'm not,
But we don't know that right now.
we
but-
don't know, and we
We'll go ahead
we don't
and-
know, and we won't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Right, but what we
likely.
could do, so if we do move forward with the 3 readings, they wouldn't technically go into effect until the state law goes into effect, which would be
We would have,
maybe January,
we would-
which would give you guys time to even look at it further.
we would probably have to write some different language
Yeah.
in there. There's no language that sets an effective date of this, so it's just effective on 3rd reading.
Well,
Now,
yeah.
they can't, hang on, the June 18th date of our meeting,
Mhm.
which our 3rd reading would happen, and the July 1st date of this state. If they wanted to, they would have to come get an authorization with a Nueces County health permit. I don't see anybody doing both. So I think that people will still wait for that July 1st deadline. But
Can't we
This could
write
change it.
effective when the state
I'm gonna
date is?
I'm gonna look into the best way to write that.
Yeah, what if the third and final reading, Fran, was approved condition on the start date of the state law?
I think more simply than that, we
Yeah.
could probably write in language that we only accept a state health permit
Right.
for this, and that way whenever.
We'll figure something out that would,
postpone
if
that
they
to-
delay, ours automatically delays.
I really want to see,
Okay, see
I'm
what
nervous
happens.
to delay the third reading
Okay.
because
We don't want to do that.
if
Okay.
they don't do anything and July 1st comes and
Then
we
it
don't have a
doesn't.
law in place,
Yeah.
that makes
True,
me nervous.
true.
We want to get ours in
Okay.
place.
But we'll make sure that.
It
it's
doesn't
written.
mean we have to, well, yeah,
Right. So that was the first chapter 12.
okay.
Are we gonna do these one at a time?
Yes.
Yeah,
We
okay.
have to.
All right, so
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of an ordinance amending the code and ordinances, chapter 12, licenses and business regulation, article 3, food establishment, by adding section 12-45, mobile food vending, to establish regulations specific to mobile food vendors, including operational category, site standard, parking, waste management, restroom availability, and noise limitations.
second. All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, Fran, please call the roll.
Councilor Christensen,
Yes.
Councilor Chambers,
Yes.
Councilor Krieger,
Yes.
Councilor Owens,
Yes.
Councilor Schmidt,
Yes.
Jefferson Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item N is an ordinance, second reading, amending the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 25 zoning, Article 1. In general, Section 25-1 definitions, amending Article 3 districts and amending Article 4 supplemental district development and use regulations to provide for mobile vendor uses, including zoning districts, allowances, and parking requirements, and provided for severance, reading, penalty, and effective date.
There were no changes made to this chapter at all, so I want to take this opportunity to pass out this that we've created. We definitely want to get ahead of food trucks coming into Port Aransas even more than we already have. So we've created kind of these infographic informational sheets to give to people that could possibly host a food truck and people that want to come in and have a food truck. So my fear is that a property owner will just say, hey, food trucks are allowed, come on in, and not understand that they kind
Because
of
they're
have
not
to have.
gonna,
Right,
no.
they have to have skin in the game too. So our plan with code enforcement over the next couple of months until this goes into effect is to take the first flyer here to all local businesses that could possibly have a food truck there, have the conversation with them. It says that, you know, food trucks are allowed, but talk to us first, make sure you're doing everything the right way. The other pages are just a lot of times when we give people a whole ordinance, it's a little overwhelming. So we try to give them these that can kind of be broken down as well as the ordinance, so they can see the plain language too. So we did one here on the zoning, the parking and the trash, which we think are kind of the three biggest issues there with the food truck.
Yeah.
So if you guys can think of anything that needs to be added to these pages or any additional pages that might be helpful, please let us know.
This is done very well.
Yes, it is.
Very good job.
Is this gonna be on the website where it says food?
It actually already is on the
Maybe
website.
look-
Right, so if you download the city app, one of the little top buttons says food truck information. It's got all of our draft ordinances in it. We will update those with the changes that we made tonight. And these infographics are already on the website.
Very well.
Again, no changes were made to chapter 25 at all.
Good graphics.
Awesome.
know.
Great job, Nicole. And team, whoever, or maybe just Nicole. Great job.
Motion.
Great job.
Motion to amend the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 25 zoning, Article 1 in general, Section 25-1 definitions. Amending Article 3 districts and amending Article 4 supplemental district development and use regulations to provide for mobile food vendor uses, including zoning districts, allowances, and parking requirements, and providing for severance, reading, penalty, and effective date.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Fran, please call the roll.
Councilor Schmidt,
Yes.
Councilor Owen,
Yes.
Councilor Krieger,
Yes.
Councilor Chambers,
Yes.
Councilor Christensen,
Yes.
Jefferson Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item O, ordinance, second reading, amending the Code of Ordinance, Chapter 10, Health and Sanitation, Chapter 4, Noise, and providing for severance, reading, penalty, and effective date.
If you'll remember, the only portion that we added into the noise ordinance was the generator portion. There was some language that talked about how to measure that. We wanted to remove the 25-foot and we wanted to add the word portable. So unfortunately, I can't highlight something I removed. So that wording was taken out and just the word portable was added in. Other than that, there are no changes to this section.
Any thoughts or questions on that? Okay, any other changes y'all want made? Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to approve amending the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 10, Health and Sanitation, Article 4, Noise, and providing for severance, reading penalty, and effective date.
I'll second.
Right. Fran, please call the roll.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Owens,
Yes.
Councilmember Schneider,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item P, discuss and take possible action on scheduling a date for the council goals workshop for budgeting purposes. Looks like city staff is recommending.
Darla, you and Fran, who's doing this? Darla?
Together. Yeah. So we've got down June 30th or July 1st. July 4th this year, of course, is
Saturday.
on a Saturday. So I'm assuming, you don't want to do Friday the 3rd, Monday the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
It could push to the week of the 7th, 8th, 9th if you want.
But that gets real close to the 16th meeting.
Yeah, I mean, it gets close
Yeah.
to the 16th meeting, but it's not a normal meeting. It's goals work. It's gonna be an
Yeah.
all day affair.
Right.
Um,
I mean,
We can hold the next day as well if we need to.
So maybe what are you guys thinking?
I would
Tuesday, the
prefer
7th?
Well, wait a minute.
I would prefer to do it before the fourth.
Before the 4th,
I would just.
Yeah.
the 30th or the 1st, or is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
June 30th. I mean. I'm just gonna be gone for a week, so.
You're gonna be gone that week?
No, I
Oh.
leave on the 3rd.
Oh.
I leave on the 2nd and I return on the 9th.
Yeah, so that week's
Okay.
out for you. The 7th.
yeah. That's why I was saying,
What about everybody
30th or
else? I know around the 4th of July, it
I
gets a little crazy, so.
I'd be good for the 30th, the June 30th.
that's a good day.
That's a
That works.
It's a
for-
Tuesday.
It's a
Tuesday.
Tuesday. What about
Everybody
you,
here?
Chad?
I
Are you-
prefer the 1st, but I can do the 30th.
I could do the 1st, either one. Either one of those dates work great. Leave
If
the
anybody has a
2nd.
strong pull for the 30th,
It doesn't, either day doesn't matter.
I can do either one.
Yeah.
I get back the 29th, so I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
10 days
So if we do the
before.
30th, then the 1st is our backup, right?
Oh, if we go into 2 days?
Yeah, because you have to have that second day as your backup, so.
Okay.
A lot of times we don't go over that.
We don't,
Never
I don't,
have.
I don't think we ever have,
But just in case.
right, but we always have it. booked.
But you can always go, you have to go till 6. You go to 6, so you don't have to come back the next day. Not that you
Yeah,
don't
I'd rather
need it.
just go longer than,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I do fly out the 2nd, but.
Yeah, you got the same.
So I could do 30th or the 1st, either one. Whatever y'all pull, I'll take you.
Would it be, okay, so. Would it be helpful to just, start later because you get in late?
I mean,
I'm asking you.
no, that doesn't, I don't need to sleep. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
He doesn't sleep. He just needs to get back and
So-
get.
We usually begin at
And
7.
you need
With
to
the
be able to
first
leave early. He
backup
needs to not,
works for
yeah,
you.
so
Oh,
y'all
I-
are
I-
bookend.
I don't care. I just
Oh.
was saying if we go into that second day, I won't be here. If we do it on the 1st, I won't be here on the 2nd
doesn't have
because I
that
leave at
day.
7.
On
a.m.
the 2nd,
Yeah.
It's not about me sleeping either. I don't sleep either, but I,
I sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say-
I don't sleep.
yeah. I'm just saying if we have to go into the second
Well, I'm
day,
not
I
the
won't
only
be
one.
here.
All right, so the 30th, we're gonna go for the 30th and shoot for the 1st, or y'all want to cram it all on the 1st?
I think for safety reasons, for Tanya's sake, let's do the 30th.
Okay, all right,
Thank you,
June
Dad.
30th is our
Okay.
day.
Yes,
Okay.
we usually start at 9.
9 a.m.
Second
Yes,
with everybody
Breakfast?
here in the council.
Oh,
chambers.
yeah.
We have breakfast
usually
and
good.
we have lunch.
Yes,
Because we hold you captive and do not let you go anywhere.
but I know.
Yeah. if you have special.
Yeah, we're gonna be back in the community center, or where do you want to do it, Fran?
Okay, are we gonna be,
It's easier here.
are we gonna be
Yeah.
kicked out of here though? Because we have already talked about that, maybe not being here for the July meetings because they're gonna be hard and fast over here.
I think June 30th, we will,
It's a little over a month.
I don't, yeah, it'll be close, but I think we'll be good here.
Okay, well, let's not delay the progress over here.
We're not.
Final answer, 30?
Yeah,
30th.
okay.
All right, goals workshop, June
All
30th.
right, ladies and gentlemen, June 30th. So start thinking of all your
Yes.
ideas.
Okay.
July.
Yes, please email your things to David and I. So a Tuesday, it has to be posted by
Wednesday, the previous Wednesday.
the previous Wednesday. So
Okay.
we need items at really by Friday, the 19th, Monday, the 22nd at the very latest. And we will send an
I
email
was
out to
gonna say
everybody
we
for
email
that.
us.
And for the new,
That's council items, not.
Chad, so what it is, it's like your wish list.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
I did it last year.
Okay, good, all right.
Last year.
He just had to work fast to think of ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah, so everyone.
Yeah, where everyone's
Sure,
old hat over
wish
here.
list.
We got it.
We'll get you an
Okay.
email sent out reminding of those deadline
Okay.
dates to get us your lists. And then we'll get with staff because their deadline will be earlier because they have more stuff than backup.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
You
Thank you,
probably,
darling.
thanks.
All right.
Okay, city manager report, item 11.
Okay, non-FEMA projects. I'll start with the Civic Center, City Hall renovations. The ballroom is about 98% complete. We're still working on final trim work around the new doors that face the in the lobby and the east facing courtyard. The lobby floor should be coming in about a week, so that's going to be finishing up. We've ordered done a pre-order on some furniture for the lobby and the grand hallway, so that's should be here by the Deep Sea Roundup banquet, which will be nice. They've in the breakout room wing, they've been finishing up drywall. It's mostly completed. Tile work in the restrooms is completed. The 4 door cuts into the old city hall, 2 of those are done. We still have 2 to go. A big hurdle last weekend, we switched over to the new electric. So we're now officially off all the old big electric panels in City Hall. And we worked, or they, not we, but they worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and getting everything switched over to the new electrical system. It's the big electric room in the very far in there. So that went over good. EFS is completed on the admin portion, the expansion side on admin and this side over here. We still have to scrape and redo the EFS on the front
Mhm.
and the EFS up high that you see from the road. The out of sight EFS, which is the backside stuff, that gets repairs and painting, and that has started. We will bring the courtyard change order to you guys at the June council meeting for your review and approval if you want to move forward with that. Waiting on the contractor to get us his change order cost.
And then when's the estimated completion on what they're gonna do? Will it be done by the Deep Sea Roundup?
No, that one
event?
won't be done by.
But maybe by August or
Yeah,
September?
it'll be done August, September.
Okay.
Streetscape venue project. So EDSA, we were planning on giving that to you guys today, but it was still lacking in how they were going to tackle the water. And it was such an important issue. I didn't want to bring that to you guys with a lot of those questions unanswered. So we've met several times. We've kind of gone back to the drawing board. So we're almost finished right now. So you guys definitely will have that at the June council meeting. That's item 2, the streetscape venue project, and it's also the Charlie's Pasture Bulkhead Park. So we'll have all brand new up-to-date numbers and new schematics and new design about how we're going to move forward with the water issue and changes in some of the landscaping itself to meet, be more drought tolerant. So
It
that'll come
rains
to you
here
guys.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots
Yeah.
of rain.
2 hurricanes 2 days in a row.
Mm.
So that's items
2 and 4, animal shelters moving, progressing. The geotech is what's underway right now. It's kind of holding up Shelter Planners of America because they're waiting on the actual geotech, which gives them the site soil conditions so that they know what the foundation's going to be like. So I'll be pushing on our rock engineer folks to get that geotech finished and get that to the Shelter Planners folks so they can keep progressing on their designs. Lifeguard building, council awarded the contract last month. Victory Building team got it vacated by Friday the 15th, which was the deadline. So the site is cleared and ready. And the architect, Emily, will be giving Barcom their notice to proceed is May 26th. So we should start seeing some dirt work over there.
And
May
where is
26th.
their lay down yard gonna be?
Ooh,
Right?
they don't have one.
They don't
They don't
have
get one.
The street.
Kind of what it's
No,
looking like.
Their lay down will just be the parking area
Oh.
of the
Okay.
lifeguard building, which, maybe for that size building, it'll be tight, but they know that. It was
Okay.
in their bid.
Okay.
Avenue G and Station Street traffic light. I had mentioned last month that the boring was too complicated due to all the existing utilities that they didn't know really existed. So they switched to a road cut. So they got the 4 cross sections cut, got all the conduit needed put in place. The roads were backfilled, tamped, compacted, and already re-asphalt. So they did a great job getting that quickly done because my concern was that they were going to have open road cuts at Memorial Day, but they got that done really quick. Okay, so next they'll be pouring the concrete pours for the light poles and then pole erection following that. Pretty much on schedule. I mean, it's give or take 20, 30 days. I think they're still getting close. So that's progressing. Rec Center, I walked the entire Rec Center interior today. It's going to be an amazing space. Walk the gym's looking amazing. The walking track above the gym is really cool. It's got 3 big windows that look out, I guess, to the northwest, kind of straight out over the community park. And so it's going to be really a spectacular walking track up there. And looked at all the breakout space and the offices. The layout looks really great. I can't wait for everyone to get in there. Go ahead.
The rec center, once the building's can be complete, are we budgeting this year the pool improvements, or how is that?
We're going to bring that to you guys. So there's a slew of pool things going on. One, we're experiencing some deck cracking just because because that level of work and the amount of dirt lifts that they did and all that compacting, we are seeing some cracking in the pool deck. So we need to come up with a fix. So we're coming up with some. So we will be bringing some like a menu for you guys. Some of it's critical that we need to do right away. Some of it might be year 2, year 3. So it's just going to depend. But we'll bring all that to you guys at the goals workshop, and we'll discuss it then.
Okay.
And if we want, and so the timing's perfect. If what we need to get in now, like the pool deck corrections and some of there's some cracking down in the pool itself. We'll have those numbers to get to you guys for the summer's goals workshop. And if we want to tackle that right after the budget season, we'll have it at enter. So I think the timing's perfect for getting those corrections to you guys.
Okay.
They're finishing up roofing systems. Still, this building is still not rainproof, or what's the term? Dried in at this point. So there's still a lot of water in there. And a lot of interior mechanicals well underway, HVAC, plumbing, electrical. So a lot of work being done. Always a lot of workers on site, always. 361 improvements. So the mayor and I met, and Nicole met with Todd Hunter this past Monday, and also the TxDOT district engineer, Mike Walsh. he was there too. Basically, we just discussed all things regarding TxDOT, the trying to get the safety lighting project moving forward, was the main discussion item. So we might have to lean on Todd a little bit to get that. The biggest thing is it's in Texas, it's in state law that says if it's just, roadway lighting within a city, it's on the municipality. But if it's deemed safety lighting, which is kind of our claim because of then TxDOT is allowed to step in and pick up the tab. So there's kind of that little argument back and forth of who's right and who's wrong. Is it safety lighting? Well, it's continuous safety lighting. Well, if it's continuous, it's not safety lighting, it's continuous light, so we're trying to hammer that out. So we'll need a little help from Todd, maybe a little help from AEP. But the main thing is that we need to make some progress in getting that off the ground and moving. We also discussed safety improvements to the highway itself, which we need to look at further. They have some designs that they want to share with us in the next month or so, but they are looking at coming up with some type of safety feature, probably medians or whatever it will be to be determined here in the next 6 months, because I think they want to attempt in 27 or 28 bid something out for some type of safety improvement to cut back on to address all the left-hand turns, right? Just all the different ways people are moving on the highway. It needs better control. So we'll be seeing something from them shortly.
They're still going forward with their plan to widen,
Yeah.
but that's such a long-term play for them. They feel like they want to do something in the interim. So they're working on a design that they're supposed
Yeah.
to come back and.
Yeah, so we'll look at that shortly. We also discussed ferry improvements and ferry operations. We discussed possibly, there's a sliver of road that they don't use right next to the building behind me, and then also the buildings for sale. So we're also looking at what that might potentially do to help even address the ferry entrance issues further. So we think it can get better. So we're looking at that also. And that's all I got. Anything else?
Roundabout.
Oh, maybe roundabout. We'll see.
Not at the ferry.
No. Maybe the cutoff G Ross 6th Street intersection is a spot that we might attempt it. We're going to look at it. They're all excited. They have money for it. They have money to build a roundabout in Texas, so they're looking for a victim. But
I like it.
we'll see.
3 points.
That's the 5-point road.
5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something needs to improve there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. Staff reports. I believe Darla, you were up first, ma'am.
You have the report in your packet. Minus for some reason the Hurricane Harvey fund did not get attached. I don't know how that happened. I must not have chosen that very last fund, which I emailed to everyone, so you should have in your email packet. The COVID fund, which was our, I don't remember what they called it, but American Relief Act.
Yeah.
I'd still had 327,000 in there.
The grant,
American Care Act.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you. CARE Act grant. Yes.
Care Act grant.
Yeah.
Is getting spent tomorrow because we got our new ambulance in.
Yeah.
So that fund will be closed out officially this
Good.
month.
They can stop sending me emails.
Yes, and we can stop doing the reporting on it, the annual reporting on that. So, and I know they're going to be glad that we've got those funds expended. We issued that PO is a 2023 PO, but we finally get to close it out, purchase order. To report a little on the economic indicators, the hot tax for the month of March was up almost 24% for the month of March compared to the prior year. So we are at 25% year to date on your first 7 months of the fiscal year. Our venue tax has already collected $450,000.
Woohoo.
So I was pleased with those numbers for just 3 months of collections, with our bigger months still to come. And the only month that's not bigger than the month of March that's still to come is April's tax. So, which will be next month. The sales for the month was at 9.7%. Sales tax for the year is up right at 8%. Looked at golf carts today to see how many we had sold compared to this time last year, and we're up like 280 compared to last year. So those are trending ahead of last year. Harbor at 5.6% for the not the transient docks, but the permanent monthly rentals, and the daily is up 17% compared to last year. So anyone has any questions or needs to discuss anything? So I'd be happy to entertain any questions.
Go Spurs.
Those Spurs will start at 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
Any other questions for Darla? Okay, that looks great, Darla. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Darla.
All right, Miss Nicole, you're back. How was kindergarten graduation? You made it, right? I was trying to move fast.
I brought my budget book for that reason.
Downtown Corpus Christi, 4:45.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you made it. Good, good, good. Okay, awesome. So sweet, I'm sure.
Very sweet.
Senior graduate and a kindergarten.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It did. But you're done now.
Done with kindergarten graduations now.
Oh.
Okay, so, this is just showing you that building new single family permits are down this year. Fairly significantly. I expect that that number will kind of equalize over the summer and, fall, but I think that it will be one of our lower years, to date. And we've had a lot of high years, so, it's not the end of the world. Code enforcement activity, the same. People are behaving for the most part. We had about 15 cases over the last month, various different things, lots of unattached vehicles. We have a person that continues to store rental golf carts in the street that we finally cited for recently. Carla provided 4 stop work orders. She made lots of contacts for RVs not parked correctly on the beach, but also one for commercial activity on the beach. Ongoing, we have, our sign ordinance. We've had a lot of wind the last couple of days too that has created some havoc. Short-term rentals are up just a little bit from last year. It feels pretty even. She still has about 22 that are pending approval, and that's just due to outstanding items. It could be back taxes owed without having a payment plan in effect. She does have 13 people on payment plans, but she's chugging along as well. That's all I've got.
The wayfinding signage,
Right.
what's left?
So the next phase 3, they're going to be in town on June the 1st. That is going to be the Roberts Point Park sign, which I think will be very impressive. They are going to finally get to install the public safety building sign. Nature preserve signs and the airport sign are the big ones. They're doing some other smaller things. They're fixing some of our shower, instead of painting, they're gonna clad that because it's just gonna look a little bit better. They're putting some backs on some signs that we thought looked a little naked without them. So they're doing a few of those minor things too. The crew that they have is really great. And so they do a good job. So I think they'll be able to just slide in, even though it will be summertime. They tend to stay out of the way.
I get lots of nice comments from people about the signs.
Yep, especially that one in the park. I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah.
there's people
Yeah.
on it incredibly all the time.
Yeah.
It's very popular. I think the Roberts Point, and the City Hall sign.
Mhm.
But I think the
Oh,
Roberts
good,
Point
yeah.
Park and the City Hall sign will be really good
And
addition.
when is the install for that?
June 1st. That
For the
week.
new city hall sign? The digital one? Oh, wow, cool.
Gee. You guys are ready for another project, I think.
No, not
Oh.
another sign project. No, no.
Gotta have something to say on them when you get digital signs.
We've got lots.
Oh,
of-
God,
Not a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
things.
say.
Did you see this thing that Nicole did? She's gonna have that
I'm
thing
telling
programmed
you.
like no,
They're just gonna live leak it to
Business.
Facebook and let all the kites just.
no.
We have put food trucks on Facebook. We've put some of these infos out there to tell people, and it's really been mostly positive. I've heard very few negative things in general on Facebook lately, but about food trucks, especially. But
Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything. That's good. You're doing great.
Okay, good report. Thank you. All right. I believe you're next, Mr. Johnson.
I think we need a selfie stick out
Oh.
there at that park.
At the Port A
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it was my wife's idea, so I'm gonna give her credit, but we
Good
were driving
idea.
through there and she's like, everybody was trying to figure it out. They're set up on cars and all kinds of stuff. It's like, you should have a post where you can put your phone. and-
That's
there you go.
exactly right. There we go. Whose idea is that?
Put in
I
a
said,
photo
you
that you
bird mount it. Yeah, and you just set your phone in it.
You could do the same, but you could actually have it done really nice and have the signage be similar and just say, you know, because you see it all the time and it's like, oh, it's a, you know, camera spot.
The perfect picture.
Yeah, picture spot. Yep,
Good.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good enough for my report. Yeah, all right, you're done.
Done.
Yeah, and then they link to a QR code and it goes to some, page or
Yeah, so 80 calls in a month, and I looked at that and I was like, man, that's a little low. So I was trying to dig into that and trying to figure out what was going on compared to the last few years. And essentially, so Sandfest, what we did this year was we did like a standby call. So we only created one call, and then we had a unit there the entire time. So everybody that came up and left, you know, we didn't do multiple calls on every single person. And so that's kind of where that lull was. Check that out. Response times, you know, sticking around about the same as always, 4 minutes, 28 seconds. And then transports, you know, close to 50%, 36 of them. Let's see here. Other than that, canceled and false alarm. I think some of those are due to the beach kind of picking up, and you get a call and then the lifeguards go down there and they take it. So they do a big portion of the stingrays and jellyfish calls and really help out down there. So the lifeguards are like a few years ago, whenever they all really ramped up and everything else, it's a huge asset for EMS, and not having to run down there on so many calls. They have great medical training and they train well, so that's doing good. Other than that, let's see here. Yeah, big highlights. You know, we got our new ambulance in, so it arrived last week during our EMS conference, so that was exciting.
Good time.
Got to show it off as one of the display ambulances, and so everybody loved that, and all the different agencies that were here got to go in there and go through it, and so it was a good thing to have during our conference. Let's see, they left it here. We took it and got its undercoat already, and got the radios installed yesterday, and so hopefully doing the last bit of. She got the money sent over, or you're gonna have it sent over tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have the title and get that in service. My goal was for Friday. I think I'm kind of pushing it, and maybe dreaming a little bit, but hopefully we'll have it for this weekend. If not, we'll try to get it in by next week, so you'll have that one as well.
But all your other ambulances are good and in service right now? So
We got one that's in Fort Worth and doing some warranty work on the paint.
Oh,
And the warranty was running out, and so this was the only time to send it, and we'd rather get it repainted and
yeah.
have it done.
What's the paint scheme?
It's the same.
Blue?
It's a blue one, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
There was the first blue one we ever got.
Oh, okay.
And some of the roof was peeling.
Yeah.
And so they warrantied it all. So it goes up into Kennedale and get repainted.
Wow.
We're hoping to have it back this week. They called me Monday and said it was not gonna come back this week. It'll be probably next week. So I'm trying to get the new one in action because I have Memorial Day weekends.
Yeah.
Yes,
See
for
how it
sure.
goes.
So you're not gonna take any other of them, you're gonna take the oldest one out?
Not at this time.
Okay,
We-
because it's summer.
Yeah, it's summer. We're doing some of those deployments. We have one that's always out or, you know, in the shop. And so the goal is to hopefully move into 4 ambulances, and then we'll go into the new station with, you know, having new equipment. So when my next ambulance one, we just recently ordered this last one, when it comes in, we would retire the red one.
In the meantime, you can't give that red ambulance a blue paint job?
I'm hoping, so that was gonna be kind of in the budget workshop, but then we're getting some better news on how quick the new one's gonna
Yeah.
be here. And so if it gets here, I don't think it's responsible to paint that one.
Right.
Yeah.
If we're just gonna replace it.
Yeah.
But I know they like it because it's a little bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right, then get over it. Other than that, let's see, we got our ultrasound on our ambulances, and so it's been a lot of fun, a lot of training, and to the point to where some neighboring agencies has asked if we'd go over there and do training classes for them. So Elliot went over there and did an ultrasound class for Tri-County, so that was good. We had a couple standby events for the Gnome Surf event, and then Jarvis and Taylor went to the ASTM, which is like an ambulance staging. Is to get to where you can become a leader at some of these deployments. And then so you'll be in charge of 10 different ambulances and a handful of different stuff other than just,
your one crew. So it's a big upgrade and it's it'd be a good thing for us if during one of our deployments. So they got that done. And that's about all I got. There's a lot of deployments going on right now. They got the Panhandle fires that are going crazy.
Yeah.
They're gonna have the World Cup coming up in Dallas and in Houston, and then there's two all weather hazard packages that are currently deployed and two more that are about to be. So it's definitely a busy time.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Texas is busy. I would like to publicly brag on you
Uh,
because at the, when we fed you that night and I went up to make sure everything was okay, I got so many compliments on you personally as a director. They were thinking for the food, but they're like, do you guys realize what a gym you have in Daniel Johnson? So
That's very nice.
I heard that more than once.
I
So
spent all the money.
I think you should hear that.
Tell you.
You paid them. Hey, he even sent people to get haircuts and they were all like, wow, what a great town. What a great,
We utilize everybody in town.
yeah, yeah. So anyway,
Thank you.
wanted to brag.
Thank you, Dave. That's great. Well deserved. Okay, Chief Stokes, you're up next, sir. Getting settled in over there?
Just been here, working through everything.
Minus it. Oh, yeah.
Working through.
Thank you,
like
sir.
this, little hiccups here and there, but so far they've been very responsive to everything. Keep it pretty short. It was luckily not too eventful for the month of April. We had just over 2,000 calls for service, and just under 500 911 calls. You can kind of see the breakdown by the department there. We filed 426 charges with the municipal court, and we arrested 33 people. That was a typo, not 34. And you can see the breakdown. Most of them were alcohol related offenses. And you can see that we did the golf cart citations were 9. So those are still, those signs are working. We still see them out there, but not in the same numbers that we've been seeing them in the past. So that's a big help. And when they are on the highway, there's no excuse anymore.
Exactly. To pass like 20 of them to get where they were.
Yeah. So we've got 27 sworn positions and 7 dispatch full-time positions authorized. We have 1 open position in dispatch and 1 person in training in there. I've got 23 sworn positions filled with 1 anticipated to start later on in the month of May. Chris Stimson, some of you guys know him.
Really?
Yeah.
He is back. He was applied with us. He's gone through the background portion of it. So we're working on getting him on the street. So I'm really looking really looking forward to bringing him.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
That's a
impressive.
good hire right there.
Yes. So,
Good.
and
Good
that,
job.
we didn't really have much significant events to go on in the month of April. So we were happy
Good.
Break.
for it. Yeah,
Wow.
it was nice.
You had a significant event called Move In.
Yeah, yes. Move in, ribbon cutting
Yeah.
and all of that.
Oh, that's,
I think the highlight of the month was right at the end of the month when I actually had to do some real police work at Dairy Queen the other day.
Oh.
Yeah, had a disturbance that was going on and I was the closest one there, pulled up and the guy ran from me, so.
oh gosh.
Had to,
Hot pursuit?
had to chase him down.
Tell me that you chased him down
Yeah,
yourself.
we got him. Got him.
Time to get a blizzard.
Yeah.
I
So-
hope they gave you a free blizzard.
Yeah, no, but that was the big event for the
Yeah.
month.
The first time I've been
Pretty
to Dairy
big.
Queen in months and.
He was running
I
down
tried to
behind
rip
all
the door
the
down
business,
and
we got him
freaking
right behind,
tried to bust it door down. I was like,
they're right.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
under-
yeah.
Like, good.
Got him there.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Oh,
I ran to my,
I ran to my car.
You're nice. In your cowboy boots.
I ran to my car and then, hey, I've been doing this for 33 years.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago, you run to the car and then you chase them down. You don't do it on foot.
I've been watching Southland and they run a lot in that comic show.
I did in my youth. I don't do it anymore.
My youth, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay, do y'all have any other questions for Chief? It's looking good over there. Pretty soon, you're
thank
gonna
you,
have,
Chief.
like, the parking's gonna be
Yes.
awesome.
No, the parking's gonna be great. I was working with Dan on couple of ideas for some artwork to go in the hallways of the building. That's the one thing that we kind of notice is we're moving through it now. It seems kind of sterile because there's nothing on the walls. So Dan and I have been conspiring on a couple of ideas on how.
Project.
Good.
Some selfies of you and Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah.
But we got something pretty neat coming up, I think.
I bet you do. I bet it'd be great. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Very good.
All right, so item 13, city council comments and items for future consideration. I don't, David, you and I've talked about this, but I want to maybe bring it up next month, is that looking at improving the parking area between the Presbyterian Church and
Yeah.
the Jerry McDonald softball field. I don't want to wait necessarily to put it in goals workshop and then it not get budgeted or done until next fall. So if we can talk about that sooner than later, it's a tiny project. I can't imagine it would be too expensive, but the church did their part of the parking lot and
Yeah.
then ours, it looks like a mess.
Dookie. All right,
Before summer softball season starts, maybe. I mean, that may be pushing it, but
we'll see if Darla can find a little bit of money.
just something.
It's probably not much.
No, I mean, half of, like I said, it just half of it's,
Together in the price and see what we.
I
can
love
do.
it.
Could Be a budget amendment.
maybe,
Yeah,
yeah, we
okay.
can just look at
All right.
something to try to get that.
Church parking.
Wendy knows an asphalt guy.
Well, that aside, it just needs to be done because I think, we told the Presbyterian Church we would do our part when they were done and they've been done for a while, so. I'd like to see that
All righty.
get done. Okay, anything else? All right, we're adjourned. Yay.